Hi there, this video is in response to PMD Assignment 1, which is a skills analysis project. I'm just going to quickly introduce ourselves. I'm George.
I'm Beth. I'm Belinda.
And I'm Mateus.
Okay, so I'm just going to explain the idea that we're going to use for the assignment. Having taken my own experience into place, we talked about how musicians, from former bands and former music communities will come to university sort of away from home, and they sort of get lost in the system, in terms of playing their instruments or playing them in a group. So we wanted to sort of create something that would be able to bring people, of all musical backgrounds together to play instruments. The idea is actually based on a dating app called Tinder. Tinder basically works by you upload your pictures, your interests, the radius you want to travel to meet this person, and then the criteria as well. So the way it works is you swipe one way or the other if you want to meet up with this person or not. We're going to use that, but we're going to change it, and we're going to, instead of interests and pictures, you upload videos of your musical talent as well as the sort of music you'd like to be sort of creating with your bands. Eventually, this will help form groups of people, that can chat together, they can meet up, and all in the sort of radius of the university. It applies to students because there's so many people that aren't necessarily in music societies, but will play an instrument that don't quite know how to form a band.
The skills that we're going to need. First of all, we need time management skills in order to make sure that we stay on track and are able to finish the app in time. This skill will allow us to measure our development against our timely objectives to ensure that we make suitable progress. Moreover, by managing our time efficiently, we could reduce the stress imposed on group members, as there will be less uncertainty and clearer goals. The group will also need good communication skills. By staying in close contact with each other, we'll be able to transfer ideas and opinions more efficiently, creating greater cohesion within the group. It may also lead to more compromises being achieved, reducing the level of conflict whilst improving motivation, as everyone's ideas will be taken into consideration. The skills would also allow us to communicate easier with potential users of the app, enabling us to better accommodate their needs. In turn, attracting a larger customer base and creating a better product. We will also need some technical skills in order to create our product. Computer, web programming, and graphical design skills are going to be essential in order to ensure that our app does not only work, but is also user-friendly and easy to use. A good working design will draw in more users, which is essential to our product, as it requires a large user base to function. Our target market are people interested in joining or creating a band. In order to understand their needs, we'll need some basic musical skills and band knowledge. This will help us to meet the customer's wants and needs. One of the main ways we can find users for our product is through developing student networking and interpersonal skills. A large number of musicians play casually and do not participate in music-related societies. In order to reach them, the group will need to network with a large variety of students as well as other societies to gain as much exposure as possible. Moreover, the money for the project is to come from crowdfunding. Interpersonal skills will allow us to approach potential investors more confidently, in turn increasing our potential funds. Another way to raise interest in the app is through applying marketing skills. Marketing will be essential in reaching people outside the university. We'll need to find the right way to distribute information in order to make sure that it reaches our target market primarily. Motivational skills within the group will also be essential. Throughout the process, we'll experience conflict and numerous problems that will not be easily solvable. The group dynamics will be challenged, and therefore it is important for members to not only be able to motivate themselves, but also other group members. This is a core skill, as lack of it could result in stagnation or dysfunctional conflict within the group. Finally, we need stress and conflict management, as well as problem-solving skills, in order to ensure that the group continues to function efficiently whilst being able to overcome any problems that may arise in the task. High stress levels could reduce the level of motivation within the group, whilst dysfunctional levels of conflict could cause a breakdown in innovation, creating stagnation. Similarly, lack of problem-solving skills would halt progress or compromise the quality of the final product. Tuckman's team development model shows that the effectiveness of the group only begins to rise in the storming stage, as previously there's a high reliability on leaders. In order to progress from the forming stage, we use Belbin's model in order to clarify our individual roles within the group. Moreover, Elton Mayo's human relationship model states that by delegating roles to individuals to make them feel more significant within the group will improve productivity.
Personally, I believe that I have a varied set of skills. From the Belbin model, I've identified myself as a coordinator and team worker. This suggests that I work well in a team as an excellent listener and I'm flexible and diplomatic. When I look at how I fit into the 5-factor personality model, it makes more sense for me to be a team worker, as I scored higher in agreeableness than openness. The weakness of Belbin's team worker role is indecisiveness. This weakness of mine, however, does not affect the group's ability to perform, as other team roles such as implementers make decisions on behalf of the team.
According to the Belbin team role test, it says I am a resource investigator that provides inside knowledge on the opposition and makes sure that the team's idea will carry out to the outside world. In previous jobs, I also acquired leadership and delegation skills in order to ensure that I chose the right person for the right position. It also helped me to improve my communication, networking and interpersonal skills while working with persons from different backgrounds. My previous job also helped me improve my conflict and problem-solving skills whenever they arise, trying to find a solution within the team without having to resort to higher management. Working with the team, I also improved my time management and organization skills in order to complete the assignment.
Right, in terms of Belbin, I scored exactly the same for plant and implementer. For plant, it means that it was my job to sort of bring ideas to the group and sort of, with a streak of creativity, add the specifics to the idea as well. And as implementer, it sort of walks hand in hand with plant as well, because it was my role to turn those into actions. Although this can make me quite sort of inflexible in terms of how I work, but this is contradicted by other team members being team workers. Also, I've got experience working in a band myself, so this sort of gives me an idea of how sort of forming a band works, and you know how it's not that easy. Also, through a couple of previous jobs that required good customer service, I've developed sort of good communication skills. Also, I've got sort of quite good knowledge of student behaviour. I've got a few friends in societies, and I know a few presidents as well, and I'm a member of one myself. So this gives me a sort of good aspect of how to sort of market things in the student world.
As a monitor evaluator, it was my task to try and stay impartial and suggest the best course of action. One of the main skills I brought forward is time management. I suggested and implemented Kobe's time management matrix, which allowed us to prioritize tasks based on their importance and urgency. This ensured that everyone knew the job they were doing, and it reduced stress, whilst also improving communication. Whilst trying to remain impartial, I reduced the risk of polarization within the group, ensuring members stay true to their views, avoiding more extreme opinions. Another ability I brought to the group is being level-headed and not afraid to contest others' ideas. Without a shaper in the group, there was no one to challenge group dynamics, which often resulted in agreement in order to avoid conflict. Mary Parker Follett stated that when there is a small functional level of conflict within the group, the productivity rises.
The team can improve their time management skills by making a list with the tasks they have to perform. How are they going to perform it? What is important and urgent, and breaking the tasks into smaller jobs and making them easier to execute. The team can improve their band and music knowledge by networking with other music lovers and learn and improve with them in a more relaxed environment. On the other hand, if any member of the team wish to become more efficient and study the subject more in depth, they can always organize through the app members to deliver courses to other members. The team will have to research the less common societies in the university, promoting networking events in order to increase the project's exposure in order to launch and keep the project alive many years to come. Unfortunately, the team did not have a completer finisher whose role, according to Belvin, is to polish and scrutinize the work for errors, at the end of the task, subjecting it to the higher standards of quality control. This could compromise the project in terms of finding any errors, so the team had to rely on their knowledge and do their best.
The main skills we need to have in order to make the app are computer-based skills. We could go on courses to develop our computer skills. There are many online courses that teach app development, with costs ranging from £15 a week. The courses teach how to create an app on different devices such as Android and Windows. Rather than doing a course to teach us how to make the app ourselves, we could hire someone to create our app for us at approximately £12 an hour. It's suggested that it takes about 250 hours to create an Android app, meaning that it would be cheaper to hire someone to create the app for us than do the course to do it ourselves, although the course would provide us with the skills that we can use in the future. Our marketing skills as a group is fairly limited, with the majority of us only having studied marketing as a module in first year. Marketing is important for the success of our app, and in order to develop our marketing skills, there are free online courses that take approximately 15 hours to complete. An alternative way to develop our marketing knowledge is to hire a final year marketing student to market the app for us, and by working with them closely, we're also expanding our knowledge. No one in our group identified as a shaper. The role of a shaper is to stimulate members of the group and ensure that no one becomes complacent, suggesting that the team's ability to motivate would have been better if we had a shaper, although by laying out clear goals and deadlines, lack of motivation was not an issue.